So, today we have in the studio this contrasting artist who has reinvented herself, her music, but kept her message intact. Front lady of Alibra, she's upfront, political, aggressive, sweet, melodic, musical, informative, intelligent, and most of all, honest. Experienced and bold, she's played respectful stages throughout her years in the Los Angeles scene, like the Mint, St. Rock, House of Blues, the Viper Room, Whiskey A Go Go, the Lighthouse, so many others that we haven't heard of, nobody has ever heard of, but she's been there, we all have been there, we've played all these kinds of places. A musician with a purpose and a vision, a strong voice not only to sing, but to speak up for what she believes in. The magical, the gorgeous, the talented, the fashionably remarkable, the super, super amazing talent and hungry for art. Kati Caliber! She's here! She is here! She's here!
Oh my god, that was like the most amazing intro. I feel so flattered. Thank you.
You deserve. How are you doing, man? Tell me everything.
I'm doing good.
How's quarantine?
Quarantine has been crazy. I mean, when we first went into the stay-at-home order, I honestly was kind of still in shock. I didn't think it was going to happen. We played Hennessy's in Hermosa Beach on the Saturday.
Right.
And then the stay-at-home order went into effect that Sunday evening. And on Saturday, we were talking to the Hennessy staff, and they're like, there's no way Paul is going to shut it down.
Right.
We had a gig for St. Patty's Day at Lighthouse, and had learned all of these new Irish songs, and we're like, oh yeah, we'll be fine. And then the stay-at-home order happened. So it was a little shocking at first, and it kind of made me really think about, like, my career path, you know,
Right.
in a sense of, like, how sustainable can my income be with performing?
Right.
You know, it can be
totally.
taken away so quickly, and really making me think of, like, other different avenues of trying to, you know, have income stream into my bank.
You really forced all of us.
Yeah,
That,
absolutely.
you know, make money gig by gig to go like, okay, I know that there's a lot more out there.
Yeah.
Just have to figure it out.
Have to figure it out.
And the lives are great for that.
They are. The lives have been really fun. It's still challenging to get people to come on the lives.
Totally.
And I get it. It's not the same as being in person. You
No.
can't feel those vibrations. You
Yeah.
can't feel that energy in the room.
Totally.
You know, but it has been really fun. We started going live in our backyard, and then two of our neighbors came out and would listen to us and, like,
Cool.
on their fence line, and then they encouraged us to go live in the driveway.
Cool.
Yeah, so the whole neighborhood comes out and brings out lawn chairs and food and wine, and that's really fun.
That is really fun. And you know you're home. I don't know about you, but I've been performing like shoeless.
yeah.
I think I'm just gonna do it for the rest of my career now, just shoeless, even on stage.
There's a girl who did that. What was her name? Oh my god! But she was, like, known for playing shoeless. It was, like, back in the 90s.
Well, Kevin Sousa does that.
He does.
He does. He's
I could see
shoeless.
him doing that.
He's always. Yeah, I've seen a lot of your videos on YouTube. I've seen a lot of your videos playing these live shows. I've actually followed your live shows as I was in my backyard just drinking a beer with a friend. She's like, who's that? I'm like, that's Kati Caliber. And you were singing Dreams when I was listening to it. You've got there a really cool group of musicians.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so lucky to have those
I love
guys.
those guys.
They are so crazy talented. So it's Russ Walters on bass and Dave Maciel on guitar, and Amos, I can never say his last name, but it's like Francesca.
Yeah, we all know Amos.
On drums.
Yeah.
And then Rob is the one who's running the sound for all of us. And those guys are just, like, I don't even know what they're doing half of the time. I'm just, like, it's so funny because we go back every time after we're done going live, then we go inside and we watch it together as, like, a group and order food and, yeah, have, like, a little, like, vibe. And will listen back, and it's like, then I can really hear what Dave and Russ are doing, and they're so experimental.
Yeah.
And they do it, they're just like, they're like jazz musicians, you know, where they just, it's all improv for them, and they really let loose, and I love that. I'm like, yeah, just have fun. So I have to like really pay attention and stay in my lane, because they're doing such weird, crazy things behind me.
I totally get it. It's when I play with Aragorn, he's like, just keep singing what you're singing, and then just all these crazy shits.
Yes.
I'm going, I don't know what note I am at anymore.
I know, right?
I don't know if I'm in tune anymore.
Oh my God, that's happened to me, because they've hit some weird notes before, and then I'm like, all of a sudden I'm starting to follow them, and then I'm off, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened?
When we get off, I think we should just like play with it and be musical with it, you know. There's no wrong, there's no doing wrong.
Totally. That's what Dave and Russ, how they always feel, they somehow, and it's honestly, it's because they are such educated musicians and they're seasoned musicians,
a lot of people.
Absolutely. That they know how to save the mess ups.
Totally. They make it musical.
Yeah.
That's true. Is this your band now? Is this Alibra now?
Yeah, I mean, so Russ is for sure like my partner,
right?
I would say, like, and he would say that too for both Alibra and EMFN. EMFN is the cover band, that we strictly do for just cover music, and he's more in charge of booking and whatnot for EMFN and payment, and I'm in charge of booking and payment for Alibra.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But you have a partner to do that with.
It's very helpful, and both him and I've been out here for going on 8 years, and Russ has been out here for like 20 years.
Right.
And we both feel like it's so nice to finally feel like you have a partner in this. It's really, there's a lot to do. And I have a partner with Rob as well. My husband is so amazing and just like involved and helpful and encouraging and supportive, and wants this to like go as big as I do, you know. Totally. But he's still, it's not like having a musical partner who's like writing the music with you, booking the shows with you. Are you
writing with these guys too?
Yeah. Russ. Cool. So the songs always start with me and my piano, and I sit down and figure out like what the chords are, what key I'm in, and write the melody, write the structure of the song, and then I bring it to Russ, and he just like adds the coolest shit to it.
He does. I love playing with Russ.
His
and
ear.
Dave.
Yeah. Oh my God. So then when Russ and I feel like we've got something strong happening, then we give it to Amos and Dave and Yuya as well. Yuya will also be a part of it. And Debo. Debo has been a part of it.
Your videos of Alibra on YouTube is Debo and Yuya.
Yeah. There's
some of those videos there. Those are really cool videos. They look cool. They sound cool. You look fucking high.
Oh, thank you.
I love your whole fashion. I wish I was fashion. I'm not. I'm like jeans, you know, no makeup. I haven't worn makeup in like 3 months.
Well, you look fantastic.
I love it. Maybe a red lipstick for the lives.
Yeah. But you've got the room vibe. I'm horrible at decorating, so
hang out with me and we'll like do a live together.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I doubt that. I've seen your living room. It's like you got a piano there too.
Yes,
Do you write on that piano?
I do. So I've got what's that other room? We call it the other room where the baby grand is in, but that's kind of like our music room.
Uh-huh.
But then there's a lot of times too where I don't know, I move a lot when I write, and I'm kind of all over. I'm very messy. There's papers strewn about everywhere. I'm the messiest
You're
creative.
You're not worried about, anything else but writing.
Exactly. And I get really like focused in on it. So I also have this like really cheap Casio keyboard that is 2 octaves, 2.5 octaves. And it was like $30, but awesome. It's so lightweight, and I can just grab it and literally take it anywhere. So I'll write with that a lot.
If you feel like writing in the backyard, you can.
Exactly.
Your backyard looks really good too on camera.
Thanks. Yeah.
Are you thinking about doing more lives?
I mean, the plan right now is to do it every Sunday, but I really don't know how long that's gonna go because committing to every single Sunday is a big commitment, and also like I don't know what that means for the neighborhood. I really don't even know if what we're doing is like legal according to the city.
It is. As long as the people, in the neighborhood are okay with it, I think you're fine.
They love it.
If there's no complainings to the police, then...
Yeah.
Plus, the police is way too fucking busy to deal with us playing in the background.
Play music, yeah, totally. They
the
really
least.
love it. They come out, and we've set up speakers, and we bought Russ's subs to get that, like, really deep bass sound, and people, like, I can see for... houses and houses down, people sitting on their patio listening, and this one neighbor has like an air horn. Yeah. So when we like finish a song, we'll be like, right, exactly.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I would like to continue to keep doing live, but it may become more of like every 2 Sundays or something, like twice a month or maybe once a month. We'll see. But
and you can always record and then put it live later, do however you want. Just your originals, maybe, I was thinking about doing it just all original too with my band. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a really great idea, doing just an original show.
Because you guys do a lot of your originals.
We do all my originals when we play. At this point, I have 10 of them.
Yeah.
So it's enough to get through like an hour of a set.
Do you guys stretch or do you follow the song?
No, we definitely stretch.
Cool.
I mean, they know it enough. They know what I'm doing enough to where if they want to do whatever, if we're all comfortable with it. But usually when it's like a new song, see what I like to do, which Rob always tells me that I should not do this.
What? Do it then. I'm kidding.
When I write a new song, I'm really excited about it. And I'm still like trying to figure it all out in a sense. So I want to play it live. I really think that that's like, for me, that's the best way for me to really like listen to the song, let the guys experiment and have fun.
Yeah, try different melodies. Totally.
But sometimes they can crash and burn because they're brand new songs, we don't have the real like structure to them yet. But I really like doing it.
I doubt they crash and burn. It's music. It can't happen.
Yeah.
It's your song, I like to play them too before we get to record them because it's that thing, you try it out, you try different things. Some things you like, okay, I'm not going to do that. And then you move forward. You should try. You should always do them. Because you write really great songs.
Oh, thank you.
I love the new batch of songs.
Thank you.
Because I know that in 2018 you released 6 songs. They're on Spotify under Kati Caliber. And it's an EP. Mm-hmm. It's called Bright Lights. Mm-hmm. And I've listened to all of those tunes. I know you played many shows, actually. You did some shows with...
Yeah. I did quite a few shows with those songs.
You had Julia Lage on bass for one of them.
She's so good.
Yes. She delivers her well. And now that you're with Alibra, are you going to carry these songs with Alibra?
No.
Or are you just going to leave, I want to say pop, am I right? The pop, Kati Caliber, the more pop to the side of pop, into this other wave of stuff you're doing, this new Kati Caliber, let's say, reborn.
Reborn, yeah.
I love them. The new songs are fucking a riot. I can see you there, and people are really, because they're so honest.
Thank you.
People can really relate. It's gonna speak to a lot of people that need to hear.
Thank you. Yeah, when I wrote those songs under Bright Lights, I was really encouraged to do this, to go super bubblegum pop, to just go all in with pop. And I do love pop music. Max Martin is one of my idols, and for anybody who doesn't know Max Martin, he's literally written every hit for the past 2 decades, from Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, Pink. It literally goes. The Weeknd.
Holy shit.
Goes on and on and on and on. And I've been a massive Max Martin fan since Britney Spears' "Baby One More Time." I looked up who wrote it back in the in the 90s because I was
doing the homework. Listen, people, do your homework.
Yeah, more often than not, the artist is not writing the song.
Right.
And I found that out one time when I can't remember. I think it was a Mariah Carey album. I can't remember how it was like I was listening to something and the artist had said that, oh, so and so wrote this song, and I was like, wait, what?
I know, it blew my mind when I learned that people didn't write their songs.
Yeah, I was like, well, who's writing the songs? And then from then on, I would always look it up because to me, like, the songwriters are the heroes.
Totally.
So I'm a huge Max Martin fan, and a lot of times when I am writing, I do think, I wonder what Max Martin would do here because he's just like has the formula down. But it's not really like who I am. Mm-hmm. I was probably the most influenced by alternative music. Alanis Morissette was like my biggest.
Oh my God, yeah, I could totally tell.
I love her and her writing.
I do too.
It's so deep and
it's
and personal and honest. Yeah, there's a real
I
message
think
behind
it's
it.
missing out there a lot of, just honesty.
Yeah. And that's funny because under Bright Lights, those songs that I'm talking about are real relationships and real things, but it's like because the production and whatnot, because that's not really me. I think you can feel that it's inauthentic. Where like with Alibra, this is like, no, I'm very, very like clear about what I want it to sound like. Even when I sit down with Russ and the guys, they can have all the freedom they want, but when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, I need this to sound here, I want this to go in here, this isn't right yet, like I know I can hear it in my head.
Have a vision, yeah.
Right, exactly. Whereas with Bright Lights, I really let somebody else take the lead.
That was a step. To get to where you are now. There's a video on your YouTube, on Alibra's YouTube channel, that you mentioned that you left your home in
St. Louis,
St. Louis, because, you wanted to pursue your music, you want to be true to yourself, and then you got here to do what you wanted, and then you started doing something that someone else wanted.
Yes.
So you must be really fucking excited to be actually doing finally what you always wanted to do.
It feels really good.
It's very authentic, the stuff you're writing and how you guys are playing. I love the sound, I love the songs, the melodies, the lyrics. It's great. It's great. It's a show I would fucking get out of my house to go see.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely.
That's really cool.
You should be super proud.
Thank you. It's hard. Like, I don't know what it is, why it's so hard to be vulnerable, but that's really what it comes down to is like with these songs, this is like me just being like completely naked almost in front of the world.
I love that.
And it's really hard to get to that point, but honestly, living under all of these, masks and these clothes and, what you think society wants and who you think society wants you to be, it just makes you just so sad. And
so sad.
It takes away all of like the joy and the uniqueness that is you. And it took me a really long time to understand like I'm important also. Like we're all here and we're all different. Like we're all uniquely made. We all have something to contribute, and me trying to like mold myself isn't doing my life justice.
Exactly, said it. Mold yourself. Oh, I fit here or here. Fuck that. Because I saw you guys have a song. I should have written the name, but it was Maybe. It's more of a ballad. Is that the ballad?
It's a ballad. So it's actually a song from Annie, the play from Annie. The melody is the and the song from Annie is called Maybe. Also, it's one of my favorite songs of all time. I sing it all the time.
Yeah.
But the lyrics in Maybe are very dark. I changed the lyrics, and the way that song came about is when I get really depressed. I have bipolar disorder. Mm-hmm. So when I get really depressed, I tend to push people away. And I don't want them to like feel my hurt because I don't want to be a burden. And so I think I'm helping by pushing people away. Like, you don't want to be around me right now. Like, I don't even want to be around me. But my husband, I would push him out too. I would literally go to our spare bedroom and like lock the door and lock him out. And it would really hurt him. And he asked me one time, why do you do that? Why do
Yeah.
you do that to me? And I didn't really know how to answer it. Sometimes I can't say how I feel.
Oh, yeah.
I have to write it out. I have to write
Right.
it in song. And so I wrote those lyrics. And when I was done writing the lyrics, I knew I wanted like a very vulnerable melody and that vulnerable feeling. And so
You got it.
yeah.
Because you know we're listening to uninspired, out of my head, they lock me up, and you listen to Maybe and you go like, so talking about like I fit here and I fit here. No, I can write whatever the fuck I want. I can be super mellow, you know, I can put cellos in my song if I want to, and then I can play with my synth, you know, in another song. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I really
Talk about
think
freedom.
I really think genre is we're going into a genre-less
Yeah.
music society.
Yeah.
Because it's there's so much blending at this point. And I used to say this in fashion as well. I think fashion got there a little bit sooner where we're just blending everything before.
Totally.
That's what's happening now in music. We're not like creating these lines of like this is country radio. This I mean it's still there, but it's becoming a lot more blended, especially because of streaming. And people just want to experiment and make music. That's the thing about musicians and artists. We just want to make.
We do.
We just want to create.
Man, sometimes I want to write, you know, a country song, a heavy metal song, you know, a song on the piano.
Yeah.
It's what we do. We'll create.
Yeah,
creative minds.
And how we feel.
And how we feel at the time. And what you're listening to lately.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
I'm very easily like driven into a genre if I'm listening to it a lot. Like I said, I'm listening to a lot of bluegrass and some other stuff like Marcus King.
Oh, nice.
And Billy Strings and some other stuff. And your stuff, you know, and then I sit here and I go like, oh my God, and then my brain is this mash of different stuff. And then, you know, my stuff comes through it. I love it.
Are you going to get a banjo?
I'm gonna get a banjo.
I could totally see you picking out a banjo.
I'm trying to work on my guitar. And I've made some progress with the quarantine, you know. I'm loving the quarantine.
Good.
If anybody asks me how long more can it take this, another fucking 3 months, no problem. I have a lot of work to do.
yeah. That has been such the upside of quarantine is I've had all day with my music and to create.
Isn't it great?
And because I started looking at, okay, is gigging really a sustainable career? So Rob used to tell me all the time that I should focus on YouTube and really put more effort there. And I just...
But you're huge on YouTube. You have so much content.
Yeah, you know, I started now really saying, okay, since the quarantine, Rob and I really like made this dedication and this is YouTube, my YouTube stuff, I would say Rob is like 50% of that because he does the videos, he edits them, he does the sound for them, and he's like a huge part of the creative concepts.
That's cool.
And he always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but he never really like knew what his channel would be about.
Yeah.
So to him, he was like, this is great, we could start a YouTube channel. I was always in the past overwhelmed, which is everything that a musician has to do.
We're so fucking overwhelmed.
We have so many hats that we wear. And then on top of it too, it's difficult to have, you know, steady income with music. So you also have like a side hustle happening a lot of the times. And so I was just always like, no, I can't with YouTube. I don't have time. But then I started doing some research when I went into quarantine and 50% of music is streamed from YouTube.
No shit.
So like, all the other 50% is Spotify, Apple Music, but
Altogether,
YouTube holds 50% of music streamed.
Know.
I had no idea either. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what? And then once I realized that, I mean, we artists have to create a lot of visuals. We have to create videos as well with our music. So I started thinking, man, if I really do focus on YouTube, then I can start just whatever I post weekly for YouTube, I can take that content and just kind of sprinkle it in all the other areas. Sure. So that's it's been really cool, like focusing on that. We're still growing. There's a lot that you have to have so many, there's eligibility requirements before you can monetize. So I'm still like going through that process.
Do you know any of that stuff? I don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 40 watched hours.
Okay.
where people have to like watch your content for 40 hours within a 12-month period.
Okay.
So like if you start right now, you have 12 months from right now to get 1,000 subscribers and 40 watched hours for you to be able to start monetizing. So the watched hours has actually been pretty easy to get.
40 hours is not too much.
I'm already there.
Oh, yeah.
It's the subscribers.
Let's subscribe to Alibra on YouTube.
Yeah, please do.
Kati Caliber 2. Like all the videos, share, repeat.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my channel too.
The
way of the artist.
You know, honestly, I didn't even realize how important that was until I started really looking into YouTube because
Man, you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. It's been really fun, honestly, and it's been super fun doing this with Rob.
He's such a good help for you.
He really is.
He's doing a good job too.
And he like is the kind of like he has everything that I lack.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anything about lighting. I don't know anything about like the speakers and what kind of cables to get and like the video editing. Like, I mean, I know what I want it to be. Right. I'll be like, can you put a little monster here or whatever? You know what I mean? But like it's Rob who actually has to implement it.
Man. But you're so lucky that you have someone that is willing to do it first, that is good at it, and that, you know, wants to do it for free.
Yeah.
Because
so true.
Sitting there and doing everything like a lot of us do. Yeah. Plus creating the content, meaning the songs, and having what to talk about and being, you know, good at it in a level where you're like want to go out and play this stuff, and then you sit, kind of kills your soul, you know. You go like, okay, now I have to post it on Facebook, on Instagram, and all of this stuff. Tired already, and then you go in and have to play a gig.
Yeah. Oh my
and
God.
Be totally cool and talk to people you don't feel like talking to.
Yeah, and usually you're lugging in all of the equipment, setting the whole thing up, playing for hours, breaking the whole thing down.
But don't you prefer doing that than anything else?
I mean, gigging is my favorite thing in the entire world. I love the studio too. I love the creating process. I love writing. That is also like a huge part of my heart. But like, there's nothing better than like getting up and performing like what you've created. I know. And like connecting with somebody being like, man, I felt that. It's like, oh.
When you played at that Saint Rock show that I came to see you, you were doing Bright Lights at that time.
Oh, okay,
And that was such a great show.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see you play the new stuff though.
Oh,
have you had a show with Alibra stuff already live?
Mm-hmm. We played Saint Rock. We played The Mint. We played a place in Long Beach, The Prospector in Long Beach. And we actually were talking, like, so I got an agent at the end of last year. Yeah. And we were talking with a lot of different festivals. And cool. Yeah, she had a little coffee one at South by Southwest. Like, not at the main stage area, but like on the sides. I know. I was so like... I was really, that was the plan this year, to get on all the festivals. And then what we were going to do is also try and book at like all the different like casinos or places like Hennessy's along the way to try and get in, have extra income. Right, exactly. We were going to tour. That was the plan this year.
I was planning on doing that too.
And then
I finally got the big stage in Hermosa at the Hermosa Fiesta.
Yes!
But no, it fucking got canceled on my ass. I was gonna play with Phoenix Rising Saturday at 1 o'clock on the pier.
Oh my god, dude.
It broke my fucking heart. We were gonna do 15 all original songs. We had a killer band, like, because it's me, Pablo, and Julia in a band, and then we have different drummers. But we had this amazing Brazilian guy too, Lucas.
Oh, wow.
He was gonna do drums for us for this show, and we were so excited. We were rehearsing, and then it got canceled, and we're like, you know. We're gonna do videos and get someone to record it through the mixing board.
That is such a big honor to be out on the main stage on the pier. You know, like that is the place that everybody wants to be, because you are in front of all types of people, all age groups.
The community, this community, you know, we live here.
Exactly.
We need the people here to know first.
Exactly.
If the people that live right next to you don't know what you're doing, what the fuck is what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's not like we're not playing 1,000 gigs, because you and I, we play Hennessy's, we play the Standing Room, we play Patrick Malloy's, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
Even fucking Barnacles.
I was gonna say Barnacles, the Slip.
Kill me now.
Yeah.
But those gigs are good because you're there and you're shedding, you're learning, you're experimenting with the new songs.
Exactly.
I'm not complaining.
And it's gotten, like, I videotape most of my shows when I'm out performing. Even a lot of the cover shows I videotape, because you will not learn any faster until you listen.
No, you're so right.
Oh my God.
Listen and look and view what you're doing.
What you're doing.
Yeah.
It is, oh God, when I first started doing it, I was like, it was so painful.
It's painful.
Especially when you hear, like, things, when you're like, oh man, the pitch there, and like, oh my God, you're screaming into the mic. You know what I mean? Like, it's so...
We're very, what's the word?
Critical?
Very critical of ourselves.
Yeah.
We're the worst.
It helps so much.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you accelerate so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
And that was also really, like, the best thing about going out and gigging is just getting better at gigging, you know?
You have great videos from the El Cid, am I right?
El Cid, yeah.
Great videos there. You had Yuya on guitars, and you had someone else on drums for those.
Yeah, I think that might have been... Was that Debo? That might have been Debo.
It was
Steven. It was Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven Thomas, also another great drummer.
Yeah.
So Amos got Steven because Amos couldn't do it.
Cool. That's a cool stage.
That is a cool stage.
How the fuck did I never hear about that place? Have I never heard about that place?
I had never heard about that place either. And
where is it at?
It's like Silver Lake area,
Okay.
Echo Park kind of area. Yeah, there is this woman. She's she calls herself a booking agent, but I would say she's more of like a promotional agent.
Okay.
But I met her like a couple years ago. In fact, Danny, who played guitar with Julia for that show at the Satellite, he's like skinny, amazing guitar player.
Yeah.
He recommended her to me, and she is one of those people who do not do pay to play. So
Right.
I refuse to do pay to play.
Good for you.
Like, if you're out there and you're a musician and somebody's telling you that you need to buy tickets beforehand or you need to pay, that is a scam. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Like,
House of Blues loved doing that shit.
they do, and so does Viper Room.
But
and
we were young and we fucking wanted to play.
Yeah,
But
I mean-
nowadays, don't do that anymore.
Well, especially because, like, when you're new here to LA and you're just trying to get in the scene, you don't know. You can get taken advantage of very, very easily. And I've never paid to play, but I've been in bands where, like, one of my friends paid to play for the Viper Room, and I was in that band just at the time helping them out while they were looking for a singer. And I just remember thinking, like, how did this help? You know, a lot of those times was pay to play. You're not even mixed with the right, like, other sound that's like you.
Right.
So then you can be on a show with 3 metal bands.
I know.
And then you come, and you know what I mean? And I come out doing, like, very...
Some fucking clueless people out there, too, putting these shows together.
They just don't want
They
to...
want your money.
They want the money, exactly. And so Angela is a person who does not do pay to play. And she books a lot of, like, little smaller kind of venues.
Is it Angela Frost?
Angela Frost.
Yeah, I know her.
Yes, so she was the one who just texted me and was like, hey, I've got these open slots available. Would you want to do it? Cool. And I was like, I picked El Cid just because of the night. It was that Thursday night was what was open for us. Like, we didn't have a gig somewhere else, and I was like, I'll take that one. And then I went there beforehand because we wanted to videotape. Yeah. And the sound guy was so cool. He let us bring in our own board so we could run sound directly to our board. And he was so down. Like, you know, you usually meet sound guys who can be a little grumpy. Yeah. But, like, he was so rad. The stage was so cool.
It was. It came out really good, those videos. I was even thinking, like, is this like one of those places, like a studio? But it wasn't, because you can hear the crowd.
Yeah. It's a real place.
You were a riot on that show. You killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love those pants too.
Thank you.
There is a shot where, you know, you're fucking going for it and Yui is just looking at you and playing. He's like smiling and he's just probably thinking like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God, these guys.
The moment.
Yeah, when I really get into it, I kind of like, I don't even know. It's just like I let go, and I am so crazy on stage.
And that's what people like. That's what I like. You know, I like to see someone out of control, meaning like they're being so honest that it doesn't matter, you know, it's raw. I love raw. And it's not always about singing the right notes, playing the right notes. It's the attitude too. And
it's that
you
feeling.
know, it's the belief on what you're doing.
Yeah.
It makes us believe, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I know that you were super proud of the songs and the band and the venue and the project, and we can tell, you know.
Oh, cool.
I'm glad that you filmed it.
That was our first like official Alibra show, so that was like that was a fun one. I think you were in Big Bear or something. I remember you texting me and telling me that you wanted to come, but you know how it is. Like it's so hard for us to go to our shows.
I try to come to your shows anytime I can.
Yeah, you absolutely do. You're such a great
it's
supporter.
So
I appreciate it.
Fucked up, and you know this quarantine has showed me that I'm working too much. You gotta work smarter, not harder. Yeah. And I'm gonna try to do that. You know, I'm gonna try to work more on my music too.
Yeah.
And less $100 gigs, unless it's on a Tuesday or a Monday, which is usually like whatever days. But yeah, I want to come see my friends.
Hell yeah. It can be really hard for musicians to support each other in this town because usually we're playing a gig, we're playing a show.
We're all playing together.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like this big family.
It can be really challenging sometimes to try and support your friends because you're like, oh, but I've got this show and da da da.
And you want to come, or like, how many times did I ask you to come to the jam? But you're like, I can't because I have all this shit to do. And
Thursdays were always like the worst day, and then we started playing regularly at Hennessy's in Manhattan Beach on Thursdays, and it was always just such a bad day for me.
That's right. I know. Because Thursdays are a big night for musicians.
Yeah. It's like the start of the weekend almost.
Yeah. And then he ends on Sunday.
Have you heard anything of like places opening up?
I heard Hennessy's was trying to start booking again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to ask Russ about it. We actually, Vicky hit us up. Vicky from Secret Agent.
Yeah.
She called us for a place called Shenanigans
in
Long Beach on the 23rd. It doesn't pay very well, but we were like, okay.
Totally. I
mean, we haven't gotten anything for so long, and I think we're more just excited to play.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my God, a show.
There's nobody gonna be there. I don't care.
Yeah, totally.
If there's a bartender, I'm fucking happy.
I mean, honestly, it's like you really don't. You just want to play.
I got a gig actually canceled like last minute, last Saturday at some hotel in Huntington Beach, but I was excited to go.
Was it canceled because of the protesting?
Yeah. It was.
We had one canceled because of the protesting as well. But I understand like the curfews and we need to stay safe, and so I get it.
I get it, yeah. Plus, to be honest with you, in the bottom of my heart, I'm going like, I don't want to carry all this gear. I don't want to carry the gear anymore.
Was it a solo gig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to be bringing the QSC.
I have never done a solo gig.
Yes, you have. You've played at the Standing Room one time.
Oh, I've done, okay, yeah, I guess that's not true. I've done like songwriter nights where I've gone up and done with just me and my piano.
Where's that other Angela Frost? I think that was the last time I saw you play live. That place in Hollywood. In a little corner place.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's the name?
The Attic, but it's also called, the upstairs area is the attic, but the downstairs area is...
Anyway.
I can't remember, but yeah. But I didn't have to bring the mixer. I didn't have to bring the speakers. I didn't have to bring the cables and like...
Same thing with the Standing Room.
Yeah, exactly. Where what you're doing, you have to bring it all.
No, and not only that, I have to go downstairs afterwards and reset everything and then play another set there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they hire me for 4 hours, but I'm only playing probably 2 hours.
Total? Between the breakdown and the setup?
Yeah.
Does it pay well? It's a hotel?
Yeah, we pay, Paseo Hotel. It's like a spa, whatever, too.
Hell yeah.
Baby! But, yeah.
Stay on it. They'll have you back, for sure.
Plus, what else am I gonna do? Go fucking play a gig. You know, get off your ass and go to work.
Yeah. It has been really fun being at home. I've probably written just like so many songs and different ideas and whatnot. But also at the same time, when you're home, it can be really easy to get lazy.
I know.
You know?
And that's why I have my studio here. I come in here and I only leave to like eat and take Miles for a walk.
That's great.
And then I stay here all day. And there's air conditioning too, because I don't know if you noticed, but it started getting really hot.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was really fucking hot.
Yeah, it started this week.
So I'm going to be here a lot.
Yeah, well, this is such a cool room. It's got like such a good vibe.
Thanks.
I really did.
We need to take a photo, by the way, before you leave.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to take a photo with my guests.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys going to record? Obviously, you're going to record. You have plans of recording the new Alibra stuff?
Yeah. So Out of My Head is the first one, and we have majority of it recorded, and it was just us who did it. Me, Russ, Amos, and Rob.
Awesome.
First time that I've actually been like taken on that hat as producer. I've
Yeah,
never
of course you can.
done that before. So
Yeah.
that's been really exciting. And we're like to the point where it needs to be like a professional needs to come in and mix and master it.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Especially because Rob has never mixed and mastered that large of a track before, where there's so many tracks on it. So I have passed it off to a producer, and she is in the process of mixing and mastering
Who is
it.
she?
So she is recommended by a friend of mine, my friend Amy, who is a phenomenal songwriter and the sweetest. And so I was telling her, originally I was going to have this woman do it. Her name's Lynn Earls, and she is most known for producing Katie Lang's album.
Cool.
But she's also the vice president of the Recording Academy, like on the chair of the Recording Academy.
All right.
And just like the sweetest person. So I saw her speak one time at like an event in LA. She was speaking with like Linda Perry, and I just really liked what she had to say. And
Cool.
afterwards, I was like, I really liked what you had to say. You know, she was like, oh, thanks. And then didn't really see her again. And then this same kind of group had another private event at Lynn's studio, and I got lucky enough to be able to go. And so Lynn, she was so sweet, and she remembered me, and we started talking about her doing the album, and I would still love Lynn to do it, but then quarantine, like I got furloughed. This was literally like within 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Like we had a meeting. I went to her studio. She has a studio in North Hollywood, and we're like, okay, let's get started on it. We were booking the vocal. I was going to go in and redo the vocals in her studio. And then it was like literally the stay-at-home order. So she said, she was like, I'll still do it. And she was so kind and gave me a friends and family discount. But being furloughed, it was still too much.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't have any money coming in now
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
totally.
And even like I told you, I applied for unemployment, but I still haven't gotten anything yet. So I was like, you know what? I would still love Lynn to do it, but I also just need to get music actually out there because I don't have any. And like, I can always have the song remastered. You know what I mean? I just
record. Fuck yeah.
I just want to get it out there.
Good.
And so my friend recommended this girl. Her name's Jamie. She lives actually on the East Coast, and she like highly recommended her. And so I had a Zoom call with her, and really clicked. She really like understood what I'm going for. So, and she was much cheaper.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for that to come back, and then once that comes back, we just need to finish the video for it, and then that'll be the first
Do you have
single.
a name for the album?
I think we're just gonna release single by single at this
Cool.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Out of My Head will be
that's
first.
what we're doing too.
Yeah, and then maybe, I mean, what I would like to do is release a single every 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
And just have that momentum going.
Totally.
And if
It's
I
a good
do
idea.
that, I have enough music at this point that I could release a single every 6 to 8 weeks for 2 years.
Wow.
And so I'm like, maybe I should take that approach.
Yeah.
I don't know what the second single is going to be, but since we've been playing live, I've been getting a lot of like different feedback. So
Yeah.
I told my neighbors, I'm like, maybe we can do like some sort of a voting system and have like the audience decide what the second single should be.
You should.
Yeah.
And do the lives maybe, and have people from outside also get to your website and vote for that from there, so you have all of this traffic into your website.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love that. Absolutely.
There's this app Fuck me, I'm not gonna remember the name. But
Linktree? No, is that it?
No.
Okay.
Link something though.
Linktree?
No, it's not tree.
Oh, okay.
But someone was doing like all this promoting. You get 2 tickets to watch this person play, right? This show. But for you to get these 2 tickets, you have to subscribe to the email. And they have all the buttons already there, so the person can log in with their Facebook or their Google account, and then
Hyped It?
What?
Is it called Hyped It?
I don't know. I'm gonna look, and then you can just like, subscribe to their Spotify channel to get 250 points. Subscribe to this to get whatever points. Stream it, put it in your, all these fucking ways of getting people to not only subscribe to all of your shit, but to share your stuff and to get like a lot of traffic.
And then what happens when they get a certain amount of points? They get a show?
And
a private
then
show?
they get like tickets for the show.
That's a really good idea.
How fucking cool is that?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I took a photo because I was like, I actually looked.
I do that too. I
to
screenshot things all the time.
To see what it was because I was so impressed with the way they were doing everything.
Yeah, that sounds so helpful.
TuneSpeak.
I need to write this down.
Yeah, so see, you have like all these buttons and you just go clicking and getting, and then like whatever, a month later they tell you if you got the ticket or not. Even if you do not, now you're like listening to this guy, getting his letters, getting his emails.
Yeah.
And then there's one that was
Is it all one word? TuneSpeak?
TuneSpeak, yeah.
Cool, I'm writing it in my
It's pretty cool.
notes.
So I went in, and you can, as an artist, you can get like a meeting with them so they can help you however your level is.
So they're based out of LA?
I think so. I think it's an internet meeting.
Oh, gotcha.
They get with you and they talk about you and they like where you at and what can we do for you,
Wow.
Yeah. I thought it was super cool.
Yeah, that's what's so, like, that idea. People don't really realize how important it is for somebody to subscribe and to follow, like how much
and
that
even
actually
just to
impacts.
Like your video.
Yes, it really, really impacts our like livelihood.
Yeah.
So having something out there that's like pushing that, but then they also get something in return.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love that too. And if you want it really bad, you're gonna fucking subscribe to everything.
Yeah, totally.
I did.
Totally.
Well, besides the new music, I heard you do a real mean Britney Spears impression.
I do.
Can you do it?
Okay. It's so funny. I always do the I'm not a girl, not yet a woman, because I love that one. But she goes, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. All I need is time, a moment that is mine. Not while I'm in between. I'm not a girl.
Oh my god!
I was obsessed with Britney.
You were?
Oh
Man,
my god.
I was too. I listened to a lot of.
Her voice is so unique. Like whatever. Like she doesn't have the strongest voice as far as pitch, but she has such a unique sound.
She does.
As an artist, you want that. You want to stand out. When somebody turns on your music, that you want them to be like, that sounds whatever. And Britney, when you turn on a Britney Spears, you're like, that's Britney Spears.
You too. Yeah, I know that is your voice.
Oh, cool. Yay.
Goals. She's getting her goals across.
It's funny though, because I had a producer ask me one time if Britney Spears was an influence on my voice, and I was like, yeah, she is, because I will still put like a lot of those kind of.
But I think when it comes to you, it's just organic. It's different than hers.
It is different. I'm not like exactly like Britney, but I love Britney.
My gay friends are always asking me to sing, her stuff. And then they're like, but you have to do the sexy, nasty voice. I'm like, dude, have you heard me sing?
The baby voice.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh, baby, baby.
What? I can't. But I can do another one. No, I don't think I can.
No.
Okay, I can probably imitate Not like her, but I can do Celine Dion very close to
Oh, let's
Celine
hear
Dion.
it.
No!
Oh my god. No tomorrow, only an instant to come.
Oh my god, that's it!
Something like that.
But I can't think of her songs now.
Yeah, she's like, whoo, one of the best singers of all time.
Yeah, I'm a
Who's
super
your
big-
favorite singer of all time? Do you have one?
I think it's her.
Celine?
Yeah.
She's up there for me too.
Yeah, she and Whitney Houston.
Whitney.
I fucking grew up listening to Whitney, you know. And when it comes to more of the pop stuff, what's her name? Christina Aguilera. I listened to a lot of Christina Aguilera growing up.
Oh my god, your voice
Mariah
would
Carey.
match with Christina because she's got that like grittiness
She
that
does.
you have.
And I haven't heard her for a long time now.
Yeah.
Whatever happened?
She's still releasing music. She released a song with Demi Lovato last year that did fairly well. I think she's like still kind of, but also not so much.
She's rich.
I think when you
She don't need to hustle no more.
reach a certain level, you can be really picky and choosy about what you want to do, you know,
I
especially
would.
when you have kids and a family.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that goes into when you release a song, especially if like you make a lot of the artists who don't write their songs.
Yeah.
The only way for them to make money is either through their merchandise or touring.
Touring.
And you know, Christina, she's probably in her 40s
Yeah.
at this point with kids for sure.
Yeah.
So I could see why that would be a little bit like, meh, been there, done
Totally.
that.
She was fucking star. There was this one tape. It was a VHS. Is that what you call it?
VHS, yeah?
Yeah, and I played it over and over and over again. It
Which
was like
one?
One of her live shows. She had like this really long blonde hair with like the tips were pink for this show, and she looked hot, and she's doing, you know, and I'm going, I'm gonna do that. I wanna be like her. So I try to copy a lot of that stuff. So I've always been a big fan of the divas, you know.
Yeah,
I'm a
the
total
power
fucking-
singers. Well, you're a singer. Like, there's people
Yeah.
like who are Britney Spears who sing because they just want art or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's a weird phrase, a weird sentence that I just said. They can sing, but like I would say Britney Spears is more of a dancer.
I think so, too.
And a performer.
Yeah.
She can sing, but she's just not a singer. Whereas like Celine Dion, like you are a singer. That's why you're attracted to the singers.
Right.
Like,
It's like
you can wail.
Judy likes Geddy Lee from Rush, plays bass, you know. She grew up going like, fuck, I want to play his songs, because if I learn his songs and if I'm able to play his songs, then it's going to help my playing.
Yeah.
If I sing these bitches songs, you know, it's like, it's a challenge. And so I even take these songs to, oh yeah, because one of the really hard part from one of the songs that Celine does, I took it to Danny in one of my sessions, Danny Armstrong, my vocal coach, and she's like, okay, cool, let's dissect to this. What are the notes? And you know, and I was like, oh, cool. So I went home and now I can hit that note, no problem. It was not about hitting the notes, about
the
doing
control.
it right.
Yeah, getting
And
control.
not hurting, not pushing, you know, not using level to create notes, to use my instrument the best way I can. I love Danny. I don't know. Are you taking vocal lessons? Do you take it? Have you taken?
I did take vocal lessons when I was really young, but they weren't really like, I would say they're more like singing lessons. It was just this woman that was in our church growing up, and basically I would just go to her house and she would have me sing show tunes.
Well, that's cool.
Which was fun, but we didn't really like have like proper singing lessons. I mean, she went over breathing techniques and singing through your diaphragm and not screaming with your vocal cords and dynamics and things like that. But I don't know. That's something that I just inherently knew.
Yeah.
It's really weird how
We did.
I don't know how it's like only singers understand that. That like you just know how to do it. And like you can hear what a singer is doing and I can like mimic that, you know?
Definitely, yeah.
I wish I would have had, I still want a vocal coach. I do. That's something that I'm still is on my list of things to do, but it's just another expense going out.
I know.
But it's necessary. Between that and piano as well, I would love to have one that's both.
I wanted to ask you about, because you started playing keyboards. How long ago? 2 years ago?
About 3 years now. I think like tail end of 2017.
I remember when you were like, fuck it, I'm going to learn this instrument.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my shows by myself.
Yeah.
And you were doing some stuff solo,
Yeah.
playing the piano, just
Yeah.
getting out there and doing it. I love when people sit down, learn, and get it done.
Hell yeah, exactly. Like, that was a big life lesson too when I came to California. Is like, you really can only rely on yourself. Like,
Right.
nobody else. Whatever you want in life, make sure you know how to do it all. And then when somebody comes in to take over a responsibility, you'll know what their responsibility is.
Yeah.
And you'll know how to help them.
Yeah.
You'll know how to like answer questions. You'll know if they're not doing their job.
Totally.
That was something that I never just thought about before. Well, I did. I just kind of was always like, oh, somebody else will do that. Because
Right.
I didn't want to do the work. I just wanted to, sit and write songs.
Totally.
And sing.
You had your priorities.
Yes.
You know?
And then when I came here, there were so many, especially when I was really starting to gig, I realized that I would have to turn down gigs because I couldn't find somebody.
Right.
And I hate that.
Yeah. That makes you feel powerless.
Very powerless.
Yeah.
That is the perfect way to say that. And so I was like, okay, that can't happen anymore. And like, I still sit down with my piano. I also have an app called Musician, and I'm learning classical music, learning how to read music as well.
Cool.
Yeah. That's been super fun with quarantine too.
I bet.
Yeah.
Always
still doing
there
that.
doing. But you play. There's videos of you playing the piano in your living room.
Mm-hmm.
There's this badass mashup, which is like Eminem.
Oh, Eminem and Dido and
I love
Alicia
Dido.
Keys.
That is another girl I used to listen to a lot.
So good. She's so good.
Yeah, unique too. Very unique. I like her style.
Yeah.
And then you're playing the piano, and you killed it. And there's another one where you're maybe in the same living room, maybe not. But it's all red, you made it look really cool. Is that your house?
Oh, is that a cover of Brain Stew?
No, that one is an original.
Oh, then yeah. Oh, Better Gone. Better Gone. Better Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my house.
Same piano?
Same piano.
Wow.
Yes.
I love what you did with the whole place. It looked really cool.
That is Rob. I can't take
Wow.
credit. So whenever we sit down and talk about like those videos, so the Alicia Keys one, we didn't put any thought into it whatsoever. I was just like, nah, let me play this song, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were like, maybe we should actually really start putting love into these videos if we're going to release them weekly on YouTube. So now before we do it, we sit down and talk about like what I'm going to wear.
Cool.
And so to like help with that
Yeah,
look of the
okay.
lighting and what kind of like mood I want to create. If I want it to be warm or more cool, like a cooler look, or if I want it to be like a happy, like yellows and greens, or if I want it more moody, like these blues.
Yeah. Good.
He is so good at lighting and figuring all of that out.
Where'd you guys get all these lights? Is it like the one light or several lights?
Many lights.
Because I know
We
they're
have a
in
lot.
different places of the room, so you have more than one that you're placing, but
We have tons.
that's cool.
So when I first met Rob, he was really into photography and videography. And he had all of these really amazing cameras.
Nice.
He had a whole light studio. And just like a bunch of pictures of his dog.
Uh-huh. That was his first model.
Yeah, exactly. His first muse. So when he met me, we met in a band and we were just friends or whatever. And he knew that I needed that pictures were very important.
Yeah.
And so he was like, well, would you ever want to do a photo shoot? And I was like, okay. And so then I realized he had all of this amazing equipment. And I have so many ideas. I was like, do you think we could do this? Do you think we could do this? And when we started working together, we realized that we click on such a creative level.
Yeah.
The two of us can see the same vision, except what I see is the aesthetics of it.
Right.
And what he sees is the technical side of it.
Perfect.
And it's weird. We're almost working. He always says that we're dancing, which is really cute.
Because everybody's doing their part.
And it's very together without words. Like we just naturally are doing our steps, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
So then when we got together and he realized how big this was going to be a part of his life as well.
Yeah.
And he just gets really excited and always like buys new lights and new cameras and he's looking at a new camera right now that I really hope we get because it's gonna like look so much better. But
Good. No, because the videos do look very good.
Thank you.
That one, the your version of the Green Day song, it's better than the Green Day song to me. That ass.
So I like, okay, I figured that out on the piano, what I wanted to do, and like the melody and the chords. I created that beat that is behind it.
Fucking dope.
And then I sent it to Yuya. So he only heard my version. And I was like, put whatever you want on it. And then when I sent him the final product and was like, here it is, like with the YouTube video, me being like, this is Green Day's Brain Stew. He was like, I had no idea that was Green Day's Brain Stew. Like, so he put that whole guitar track to it, completely not knowing that it was that song, which is hilarious.
Yuya's really good.
Oh my God, Yuya is
very
so
young
good.
And very skilled and probably really easy to work with, it seems like.
So easy to work with. Yuya is a team player.
Yeah.
100%. He is so helpful with everybody's equipment and very flexible.
Yeah.
And he learns songs so fast. Not only does he learn them so fast, he charts them all out and he charts them out like actually with the staff paper and writing out the notes on the staff.
Musicians.
And then he uploads them all to Dropbox for everybody, which is really, he's so helpful.
That's cool. I love playing with him. When he plays the jam, you know, I'm always like, hey, I'm playing this song for me. I text him separately and going, pick up this song. It's my song.
Yeah.
I want you in it.
Because he comes up with these like really cool ideas. He uses sounds.
He has really great taste.
Really great taste. And adds like such a really cool element. I love spacey sounds.
Yeah, I do too.
And he just adds those spacey sounds in a way that like it's like how I want to hear those sounds, you know?
Yeah, it's like he reads your fucking mind and goes like, because he likes that way too.
Yeah.
He likes to play it that way. I just got this pedal, the Ocean's 11. It's effects pedal.
Cool.
And it has all this spatial stuff for my guitar, so I've been messing around with and experimenting.
Hell yeah.
It makes you write differently when you have all these different sounds.
Oh, I bet.
You know?
I bet.
I have this other project, I don't think I've ever told anybody, it's called Star City, and it's all like electronic music.
Oh, wow.
And I did it all on GarageBand, and I just fucking started doing it because I discovered GarageBand, and I was playing with all these effects and stuff, and just writing really vibey lyrics that just like 2 paragraphs of, you know, 2 verses and repeat them. It's not about the lyrics for these songs. It was more like about the vibe. So it was fun, and I want to use maybe that and use real guitars on it.
Hell yeah. That's so fun getting new like equipment or like a new little toy to play with, and it does open up your creative space.
Why, you know, guitar players and keyboards have so many pedals because it gives them options.
Yeah.
Like Steve Aguilar has like 1,000, maybe more pedals.
Oh my God, he's on like a different level.
He is. Aragorn has some brilliant stuff too.
Yeah. Those guys, my brain isn't fast enough for them.
they're too much for me. I love playing with them too.
They're so crazy talented.
Have you been to the new spot? It's called The Spot.
No, I've seen it. Aragorn showed us the whole thing when we went over his house. Oh. But because he lives right by us, like.
Oh, really?
Right by us.
Ah.
And he calls Rob when he has questions about like the audio for video, because it's just a different, putting audio and video and working in Premiere is like a different way that he's just not used to that software yet. And so when he gets hung up, he calls Rob, and then Rob goes over there and helps him. A lot of times I'll go with him and just sit and chill while they're doing it. So yeah, he's shown me all like the pictures of it and everything. It looks rad. I mean, they have Billy Sunday doing the lighting, which is always so cool.
So cool.
And they have that big, huge stage.
Fuck yeah.
The artwork.
QSC, no, Bose. I think they used Bose.
Yeah, they do.
To power their thing.
Yeah,
sound power.
really great equipment. Russ has been there a lot, and he said that they have like a whole production crew, like a camera crew running the whole thing. Which,
you could go there and record just you and Yuya, or you and the piano, or the full band, make videos there.
Yeah, we've talked about it, and they charge, which I understand why they charge, because like it's a business for them. Yeah. But in Torrance, they have this thing called TCTV, and they have like the most legit cameras, all Pro Tools, and if you're a Torrance resident, you get to use it all for free.
No fucking way.
I can even take out the equipment.
Are you a Torrance?
Yeah. So some of the videos that you've seen online is from when we went to TCTV, and we didn't have to pay anything for it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm all about I would love to record there, but there's so many expenses going out when you're a musician.
Yeah. And if you have another place that can give you what you need with the same quality, why not?
Yeah.
That's why it's good having options and knowing what studios in your town are offering these services.
Yeah, and find where your budget lies. But I know that they would, if I went there and did it with them, that they would just create something so cool, because their place looks really cool, and they, all those guys are so talented.
Yeah.
It's Sousa and Aragorn and Shag that all own it together, the three of them.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about doing something for me by myself. Just me and the guitar.
An original?
Original stuff that I write without Phoenix Rising.
Oh, wow.
And then just have these videos, can't say enough about having content out there.
Absolutely.
I don't have a lot of content out there.
You don't?
No.
It seems like you do.
I don't. Like on Spotify, we have Lies. We just released, we're going to release one more. It's called Gone. And then I have some stuff that I've been recording in my living room, But now I got Pro Tools, so I'm going to start recording better audio because it was coming off my QSC. But I just needed to fucking put something out there.
Yeah.
Stop thinking too much, get it done, get it out. Majority of the people aren't going to fucking notice. And then I can redo the stuff later,
Yeah.
I can,
That was a big piece of advice that I go to a lot of different events in LA and listen to people speak and that are in the industry and have been in the industry for a really long time and like to hear what they have to say and their advice especially for people that are unsigned and still trying to, be heard. And it was a speaking event with 3 different A&R people there. And A&R people in the music business are the ones hired by the record companies to go out and find artists to sign them. And their biggest advice was to just release it.
Yeah.
Stop sitting on your music and just release it. And it's so hard because we're perfectionists and it's our heart that we're putting out there. It's not just like, oh, here's this project for work or whatever. It's like, no, this is my soul.
This is my soul.
So it's very hard to let go of it. But nowadays, there's everybody. You can always remaster. You can always redo. You can always re-release. The rules are so different now.
Oh, yeah.
Especially from, back in the day,
It's easier to just go in a studio and redo it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had the tape. You got to get... And people had to know how to work the programs in the studio. Nowadays, you can do it yourself.
You're at home and you can do it. And plus, since albums aren't really a thing anymore, where you actually go and buy the album.
Yeah.
People are okay if you redo something. Because then they're like, okay, I'll go stream it over. I just click this one instead of clicking this one. You know? They already pay for the Spotify to have it on their phone.
Right.
So it's unlimited. It's people don't care, you know? So, I don't have anything on Spotify. I mean,
you do have the Kati
Caliber stuff, but nothing from Alibra. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You guys are getting there. You're getting it done.
Yeah. Slowly but surely.
I love it. I don't know if there's anything else I would rather be doing.
Nothing.
It's hard at times. Sometimes you want to fucking give up. Sometimes you do give up. I've given up at least 2-3 times that I can remember in the last 3 years. I'm like, that's it. Fuck it. I can't do this. This is not worthy my time. I'm frustrated. I'm going down. I'm down on myself. I'm kicking myself. I'm talking negatively about myself. I'm thinking negatively, And then something happens. I think you have to quit once in a while so you give the proper value to it. Because when you don't have it, you go like, wow,
I miss it.
I can't not do this.
That's what Rob says to me all the time, and that you need a day off.
Oh, yeah.
Or you need 2 days, you need like a weekend. It's
Separate.
like rest is very, very important. And I'm such like there's too much to do. I don't have time to stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to be lazy. I want to make sure I'm moving forward. I'm not doing enough. And so I have that same problem too, where like you just keep going, but then all of a sudden, when you don't allow yourself time to have a break or time to rest, it can really mess with our mental health. Exactly. And you start doing exactly what you said.
And you get tired. You're just tired. You just need a day off. And so when I feel really frustrated, I just take a day off.
That's great.
But we are our own boss, so we're like, there is so much to do.
Yes. Yeah, you know.
You feel bad if you're not working.
Right. You know what you're leaving
terrible
behind.
If I'm not writing this, if I look at the guitar, and it's never up there actually. It's on the wall right now, but it's usually right there. So I just sit. That's why I leave my QSC right there already, so I don't have to worry about setting it up.
Yeah, I am the same with my piano. I have my little speaker right down there on the floor with me, and my mixer's right next to my baby Grand.
What kind of gear are you having these days?
Oh my God. I feel like we have so much gear. Like for gigging or for recording?
For yourself, for gigging.
For gigging, we have 2 QSC speakers. And then we've just bought 2 of the subwoofers that Russ has.
We were about to get a subwoofer, and then
they're cool.
They're cool.
Russ gave us a great deal on them. So, and they're like in perfect
make all
condition.
the difference.
Yeah. So it's so nice to have them. We have
what microphone are you using?
I have a Sennheiser.
Okay.
And it's a wireless.
Yeah, that's right.
I love it. Obsessed with the wireless. I had been telling Rob for a long time that I want to get a wireless microphone. I want to get a wireless microphone. And he's like, there's so many like things that can go wrong with a wireless microphone, which is very true. But man, when they go right, it's freeing.
I want wireless everything.
Yeah.
Can I not need cables like a wireless guitar, acoustic guitar?
Yeah, and I jump around so much and move around so much that I get twisted in the cable so many times. Plus mine I can turn off because I also have a tendency to just like flip my microphone around and then all of a sudden it'll go into the speaker and be like, and Rob's like, ugh. I mean, me too. It sounds horrible. So when I'm not singing and when I'm not, when it's like where they are kind of doing their own part, I can just flip a switch and turn it off and then turn it back on.
Awesome.
So nice.
That's good.
Highly recommend the Sennheiser.
Do you have any pedals for your vocals?
I do. I have, I can't think of the name of it right now.
Do you use it live?
I've never used it live. I need to.
Maybe I can't live without my pedal.
Really?
I don't live without it.
Rob does such a good job with with our mixer and he knows at this point, I mean, it's been so many years now, he knows how I want to hear myself.
Cool.
That he like has that so dialed in.
That's why going on tour with your own sound guy is like a dream come true if you can afford that,
Yeah.
Because
they also get like the sound guy, if you bring in a sound guy, because I bring Rob to all my shows. I'm like, this is my sound guy,
Have you played the Hotel Cafe?
No, I've never played Hotel.
Because the sound guys there are good.
They are really good there. But even when somebody's good, your sound guy knows you and they know your sound. Definitely. It has nothing to do with like how good this other sound guy is. Like
it's a preference that you have.
It's just that they know you and your voice and your sound, And so like some sound guys just like take it really personal when you bring in a sound guy.
Tell me about it.
You're like, look, I'm not trying to insult you. I believe that you're great at your job. He just knows exactly what I want.
And you get delay and reverb.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he puts a delay and a reverb on it, and it's like butter.
That's what my pedal does. Pretty much just delay and reverb and some delay for my guitar.
There's some things that I can also do with, like I can add a harmonizer.
There's a harmonizer there, yeah. For solo gigs, it's fun.
Totally. I wish I do. I just need to sit down and like actually do it live.
Do you remember the name?
It's blue. I wish I could.
It's not the TC Helicon, but like that one, but blue.
It is a Helicon. Yeah, and it's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are great. That's the one Julia has too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, when I've sat down and played with it at home and used it at home, it's great. I just like, It's like when we go live, I'm just like, oh, Rob's got, I don't, whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I really should use it more, especially because Rob is not at all of our shows, especially like EMFN.
Yeah.
Or when it's just me and Russ
Right.
doing the duos.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
Especially because I have one setting in there that is like really long reverb. So if I'm singing, you know, "Watch it rise, it's just a shower," and then like right at that, "It's just a shower," yeah, and then I'll click on it, and it goes, yeah.
Nice.
You can pick and choose, and you start getting really good.
Yeah.
With where you want to go. You know, sometimes I almost fall, but that's okay.
Yeah, I remember I used your pedal one time at Barnacles.
Oh my
and it
God.
sounded so
It
good.
was brand new at that point.
And then I like hit something wrong.
No,
and
it was
completely
me.
turned off. I was like,
It
oh
was
no.
me. And honestly, that ever happened since then.
Oh,
It
really?
was probably like a power or something.
Yeah, who
Something
knows
that
what I
went
did.
power.
See, that's the thing too. If I do something, I'm like, shit, I don't know how to fix this.
But I can like loop with that too. So I've been working on the looping, just getting the
Looping your guitar?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's so much fun, and you don't need a lot of layers.
Dude, that's the way to like,
It's
because
fun.
once you like get that down, you can totally do
And
whatever
it's
you want on your
not hard
own.
at all. You can do it on yours too.
With with piano?
No, with your pedal, you can whatever you're playing, as long as it's connected to the same mixing board
Yeah.
that you're using. Then yeah, because you use your MIDI, right? For
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
actually a really great idea for me to use it because there's a couple times when we do the acoustic live where Dave just can't hit some things. You
Yeah.
know, like he's got a strum here or whatever,
Yeah.
but I want like a different melody going.
yeah.
That's a really good idea.
If you know it's good, it's just having the there the time.
Mm-hmm,
And then you can do other stuff. But if the song changes, you know, chords, then it's a little more tricky. You have to like have a
Oh,
better
yeah.
looping system than that one, like the one Dave has. Because you can delete this one and keep certain things on. That one is all one track. So you fuck one up, forget it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's why you have to sit with your stuff and learn your stuff.
For sure.
Well, I know we can stay here and talk
Forever.
for like another fucking 3 days. I
Anytime-
miss you so
anytime-
much. You look so good.
Oh, you too.
She has green hair right now, y'all. There is a photo of you in Hannah's like this, and your hair's so green. It's
Yeah.
greener than that.
Yeah.
It's badass. That photo is super great.
Thank
By the
you. Thank you.
Alibra, you guys, in the house. Kati Caliber. You can find her stuff on Spotify, on YouTube. On YouTube, there's 2 channels, Alibra and Kati Caliber. Is there anywhere else SoundCloud that I should be mentioning?
Not SoundCloud, but
Do you have your music on your website?
website, which is alibramusic.com.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Facebook,
Instagram.
What's the Facebook? Alibra.
Alibra Music.
Music.
And on YouTube, it's just Alibra.
Yeah.
But on Facebook and Instagram, it's Alibra Music.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming.
This is so fun.
And talking to me and
Hell
hanging
yeah.
out, taking the time to come.
Hell yeah.
But please come more often. Come hang out with me.
Yeah, just to
Before
like jam.
we go back to work.
Yeah, totally.
Anytime. Just call me. I'm like here. I'm like a plant. I don't leave. I'm always here.
I'm like a plant.
I love you so much. I'm so
Oh,
proud of you.
thank you.
Honestly, can't wait to see you play it live. Love everything. Love the videos. Love the band.
Thank
love the outfits. We didn't even get into that. Talk about your fashion and everything.
Next time.
Maybe we'll leave it for the next episode where
Yeah.
we get you to play and maybe do a video too so people can see you.
Hell yeah, that'd be so
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. Oh my god,
Definitely.
we could bring Russ too, so you could
Fuck
like
yeah.
do
We
whatever.
can do it in the living room. The wall is red there, so it's different, but
Cool.
it's cool too.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kati Caliber in the